Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently about 5 after 5 in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is a nice day today. Apparently it is, the talk in the neighborhood is that today is the last nice day that we're gonna have for a while. Apparently temperatures are supposed to drop tonight. It's supposed to get much colder tomorrow. Yeah, it is, it's been pretty nice. I would say like mid to upper 60s today. Whoa, I can't speak. Right before I came out here about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I just got this like massive headache. I took some Tylenol, but my head is just like pounding. I'm not really sure from what. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. So I made some coffee in my Corksicle Christmas cup. This is the first time using it this year. This is the Blueberry Fields by Modd's Coffee with 4 pumps of the... I know it sounds like it wouldn't taste good together, but it tastes actually really good together. I've been using I think it's the Target blend, the honey blueberry. And this is the Modd's Blueberry Fields. And I've been trying to go through all the blueberries so that I can get to the winter scents. The winter flavors for the year, like the Barneys. I've used that a couple times, but I'm trying to keep that for the end of November and December. And then I have some other like holiday flavors and things like that. So I made this coffee. I was like, I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna sit down and vlog, take some Tylenol. Hopefully my headache goes away. So yeah, it's been beautiful today. The sun was shining earlier and it was really, really pretty, but it went down rather early. I've been like outside a lot today. I filmed a lot of videos outside. I didn't plan on filming any videos, no. I said that in my drama video because so many people are saying now, Peter, this is becoming part of your intro that you weren't going to plan, or that you weren't going to film any videos today. I knew that I was going to film something today. I just didn't know how many videos I was going to film. I was actually thinking about this earlier. It's funny because now that I have 7 channels, I kind of like know going into it like what videos I want to film. Like I got up, I kind of took my time getting up and getting my day started today. I let Boo Rad, he's been like wanting to run around outside like crazy. It's like he's like a little puppy dog. Both my neighbors on the corner and across the street were out earlier, and he was like just like running through their yards, and she's like, he's a wild man. I was like, he is. I was like, I'm just happy that at 14 years old he still acts like he's a little puppy. So anyway, but yeah, it's funny how like my videos start. So like I took Boo Radley out, and I was just kind of like drinking some coffee and just relaxing. I was like, okay, like what videos am I gonna film today? I actually got started rather early today. I got up early because I went to bed early. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But so I knew that I wanted to film a drama video today. I kind of had a couple things I wanted to talk about. And then I knew that I would probably do a Peterisms video. And then I wanted to just show this advent calendar of, well, I don't even know if Trader Joe's calls it an advent calendar. I think they just called it a calendar of 12 candles or something like that. So I wanted to do that review. And then I didn't even know if I was going to film any videos past that. I kind of wanted to do this BookTube video reviewing this Mother-Daughter Murder Night. And then I also had a couple things to pick from my reality TV channel. Well, W-O-O-L. Well, while I was uploading some of my other videos, I knew that I needed to clean this walkway and get all of the weeds off the walkway. Because it's going to start getting colder, the snow is going to come soon, and I wanted to get these sticky weeds up. To be honest with you, there were not that many. I didn't really care about them, but my neighbor across the street, she had said something a couple times. She was like, you got those sticky weeds over there? So I was like, okay, I need to make it look nice for the neighborhood. So I don't ever lay mulch this late in the fall because it's going to snow anyway, and then the winter just tears the mulch up and turns it to dirt and mud anyway. So I just needed to get the weeds gone and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, well, I'll come out here and I'll clean these weeds out. I knew it would only take me like 10 or 15 minutes to do while the videos were uploading. So I started listening to some music, and then I was like, oh, well, I should film this. Like, people are always telling me I should film myself cleaning. I should show myself cleaning my closet, cleaning my basement, all these other things. If these are videos that people like, well, then I'll film it. So I filmed myself cleaning out the weeds. I'll show you. I mean, it doesn't look fantastic or anything, but it looks better than it did before. I don't know if it's like the light is focusing in. It's taking like a while, you can see. But like I cleaned up all of the sticky weeds. I took out all the hostas except for this one over there because it's still green. When it dies, I'll take it out too, but I took all the hostas out. I got it all cleaned up, all the leaves, most of the leaves. It's starting to get a little windy towards the end, and these the leaves started blowing around. So I've been talking so fast in all my videos. I feel like I need to just slow it down a little bit, have a sip of coffee, and just relax and talk. So anyway, I'm happy that I got that done. So I got that done, and then I was rendering my video. Alex isn't getting home till late tonight because he has a meeting until like 8:30 or 9. Until 8:30, so he'll probably be home about 9. He had something he was going to maybe go to after this. After the meeting. It was like this arts thing here in town called Butter, and he was wanting, well, he has friends that he saw last night that put on this thing, and they're having like some kind of get together or something, like, and celebrating this. So Butter is this art festival that they put on every year in Indianapolis, and his friends started it, and it is to highlight local black artists in Indianapolis. And so Alex was going to go over this thing. They were having like a celebration of like celebrating like how well Butter did and things like that. But he said he is like really, really tired, so he's going to come home after this meeting that he has tonight. So he should be home about 9. Well, it usually gets over between like 8:30 and 9. It's once a month. So he should be home between like 9 and 9:30. So I could film as many videos as I wanted to because he wouldn't be here, so I could film inside, I could film outside, whatever, you know. So I honestly thought I would film videos on all my channels, but I was making the coffee and I was uploading this video, and this happens to me like every day. I just was kind of like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna vlog and then I'm done for the day. Like, I can't film anymore. Like, I'm starting to get tired. My head was hurting. I was like, I need to relax. I want to watch some shows, order some food. I think we're just gonna call it a day on the videos. So I filmed drama video, Peterisms video, review video, Peter Does Stuff video, and then the vlog. So 5 videos, I think. It's pretty good. Keep people going throughout the day. You know, I'm like, I don't know how people keep up with all the videos that I post, but I just love posting them and people watch them, so I post them, you know. Yeah, so I got up earlier today than I usually do. I usually get up, you know, noonish, something like that. I got up probably about 2 hours earlier than that today. I went to bed early well, not super early, but early for me. I went to bed last night. We went to this thing, which I'll tell you about in just a second, and then we came home, and then I talked to Tanya on the phone for about 45 minutes, and I drank a cup of coffee, and then I watched an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I'm caught up on all the episodes over there. I think it was the 7th episode, and I caught up on that. And then, I don't know when the episodes come out. I don't know what day of the week, but I'm caught up as far as last night. And then I wanted to watch Survivor and Amazing Race, but I was so tired. And so I went upstairs, and Boo Radley and Alex were like so cozy in bed, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay here for like a half an hour. But I knew when I said that, I was so cozy, you guys, last night. Our house smelled so good, the bed was so comfy, it was so warm in our house. And it got actually pretty cold out last night. And I was like, if you lay down and say you're gonna lay down for a half an hour, you're gonna be out for the night, you know? And so, this older guy that walks in my neighborhood, he always has kind of like long hair. He wears like a hat. Not long, but like longer hair. And he has hair cut like really, really short. He just walked by me. He walked by earlier and was like waving to him. I didn't even recognize who he was because he got his hair cut so short. It looks nice though. So I lay down in bed and I set my alarm. I was like, I set it for like 10 or I think 10:30 because I was like, I don't know if I'll get up again or whatever, but I mean, I slept straight through the night. I barely remember Alex leaving this morning and kissing me goodbye. And I mean, I slept and I slept good. And like I said, when I'm tired and I can fall asleep, I'm trying to go to bed because I'm struggling so hard to fall asleep. Didn't take a trazodone last night, didn't drink any sleeping time tea, just went to sleep. I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I must have fallen asleep really quickly because I don't even remember falling asleep. I remember so I have the phone alarms and then I have the alarm clock that I also have in the room. I set both of them because I was like, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up, set the alarms for the morning. because I was really wanting to watch these shows, but I was like, if you don't wake up, at least you'll get a good night's sleep. And I got a great night's sleep. And I woke up and I felt so rested, and I rolled over, and little Boo Radley was laying there. He was like, had his head up on the pillow. He was like so sweet. So I laid there for just a little bit with him, and then got up and started my day and brushed my teeth and washed my face. And I actually thought it was warm enough to wear a t-shirt, and so I brought down that Whitney Houston t-shirt. And then as soon as I started sitting out here, I was like, oh no, it's not warm enough to wear a t-shirt out here. I need to wear like a hoodie or something, or a coat. So I went upstairs and threw this hoodie on because I had it. So yeah. So that's been my day. I'm not really sure what I want. I'm kind of like, I haven't had piata, honestly. I know it's going to sound crazy, but like I get piata usually like every day. I haven't had piata. What is today, Thursday? I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't remember the last time that I ordered it. So I'm kind of craving piata, but also the other night when we went out to dinner, was that last Friday or Saturday? We went to District Tap, which is kind of like bar food. And that was when I had the wedge salad without bacon, and I had the Impossible Burger and sweet potato fries and stuff like that. I'm kind of thinking about, because Alex will eat at this meeting tonight. They always have like Italian food or something they bring in. So he'll have eaten by the time that he gets home, so he won't want anything. So I was thinking, I'm not hungry for pizza. So I was kind of craving like an Impossible Burger. And the Impossible Burger from there was so good, and they put like this Chipotle mayonnaise on it. But then they also have really great appetizers. They have like fried pickles with this Chipotle ranch. And so I was thinking about getting the fried, I mean, not eating like all of this, but getting the fried pickles, getting sweet potato fries with my Impossible Burger. And then there was also something else. Oh, it's cauliflower, but they make it to taste like buffalo chicken. They have it at a couple restaurants here in town. They have it at this Wolfie's place too. Tanya and I always get it when we go there. It is so good. So I'm like thinking about maybe getting that too, because that sounds really good, and getting just a couple things like that and just like eating while I'm watching a show tonight before Alex gets home. I'm thinking about doing that. I was sitting out here earlier after I cleaned all this, and this little mouse came like running down here and then like went back, and now it's like it went like hid in the hosta over there. Little guy, like, little itty bitty mouse. I was thinking that because this ant is like crawling closely towards me. Because this is so weird. It's middle of November and all these bugs are out and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do that, or I've also been kind of craving Yats lately. Do you guys remember I used to get Yats quite a bit, which is like jambalaya or red beans and rice and stuff like that. And they have some really, really good vegetarian options. Well, they're vegan options, but I mean, you know, as a vegetarian, I can eat them. They have some really good vegetarian options. The thing is, if I order it for delivery, they have a lot of like hot sauces there. They have like 20 or 30 hot sauces. I think I've done a whole review and showed the inside of it and everything. I love this place. It's a local restaurant. I think they might have them in Ohio or Kentucky too, but it's called Yats, Y-A-T-S. And they have this great French bread. I always get an extra side of the French bread. They have like peanut butter pie. They have all these great pies. And so the thing is, I don't know how well, it's kind of far away. I don't know how well it would deliver, like how good it would be by the time that it got home if I have them deliver it. And I can't have any of the sauces on it because, I mean, the hot sauces are there in bottles in the restaurant. So it's not like I can go there and, you know, put the stuff on there. I usually do that before I leave when I go there. So I don't know what I'm thinking about tonight. I was telling Alex the other night when we were trying to pick a restaurant, I was kind of like craving Mexican. I've been kind of craving Mexican ever since then, but Mexican doesn't deliver very well. That's kind of one of my concerns about like the Impossible Burger. By the time that it gets here, I don't know that it'll be that good. Like I know piata is always pretty good by the time that it gets here, so I don't know, we'll see. So yesterday I had such a fantastic day. As you know, I took the day off from filming. In all honesty, like I was so busy yesterday that, well, I filmed one video yesterday. I filmed a haul because after I got home from Caroline with Cousin Fun Day, I had a bunch of stuff that I got at Costco and Trader Joe's, and I wanted to show it. And so I did a haul for my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I wasn't going to film any videos, but I thought, well, it's all sitting here on the kitchen counter before I put it away. I might as well just do it. And that's an easy video. I just, you know, show stuff. So I did that. in all honesty, like, I feel like I need to think about how I want to say this. Not because I need to be careful, but just because, like, I want to explain it. I don't necessarily, like, feel like I need to take a day off. Like, I don't feel stressed out or anything like that. I definitely don't feel like any burnout or anything like that. But I have so consistently been filming videos, or like yesterday, I didn't film any videos except for that one, but then I went and did stuff all day long and was busy the whole day, that I feel like it would be good for me to force myself to take a day or two off. Like, for me just to say, okay, Friday and Saturday, I'm not going to film at all. Or Friday, I'm not going to film any videos. And just force myself to do it. Because I wake up, like, this is the joke, right? That I say I wasn't going to film any videos today at all. There are days that I do wake up and I say to myself, I'm not going to film any videos at all. But then I sit around here and I'm like, okay, you've cleaned out most of the stuff you said you were going to clean out, except for the basement. The kitchen is clean. Alex is gone till 7. There's nothing to do except for just sit here and watch TV shows or listen to your audiobook. I feel rather lazy just sitting here and just watching TV all day long, which I don't know why. Like, that's what people do on weekends is, you know, take their kids to sports or go see a movie or lay in bed and nap and watch shows, right? So I don't know why I would feel like that's, like, incredibly lazy, but I do, right? Personally, not on other people. Like Alex, he just finished watching that show Elite. Like, he watched the entire season in like a night and a half. I was like, how did you get through that season so quick? I struggle so hard doing that. Like, I watch my shows late at night, and I definitely watch more shows now than I ever did before, and I just am so grateful that I can actually sit and be present and watch a show. I just think it would be good for me to... I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't even know what that means. But I don't really ever take a day off from filming, you know? And so I feel like to force myself, like, okay, you're going to get up tomorrow and you're not going anywhere. You're not going to film any videos. You're just going to sit and you're just going to enjoy your day drinking coffee and talking to your neighbors and watching some shows. Like, I think that would be healthy for me with nothing to do whatsoever. I may do that tomorrow. Fridays, unless see, this is where it starts, right? I already have stuff that I want to review. I have tons of stuff to review that I bought. Peterism's videos, reading, meditation, sharing something in my life. I love doing that. The vlog, I love to do. It's not like this is like the world's most difficult video to make. I sit down and share and I talk to you guys and share what's going on, right? And so already that's like, okay, that's 3 videos. That'll be easy to make. But by the time I start it, it's like 4 or 5 hours later. And then I'm like, okay, it's like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. And I'm like just finishing up my day, right? And I do that 7 days a week. I don't really ever take a day off. And so I feel like I need to force myself to take a day off, just to force myself to take a day off. So I don't know when that will be. I didn't put out on the community tab or the Vloggerinos group yesterday that I wasn't going to film a vlog just because I announced it in my video. But if tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, or if all 3 days, I can't imagine I would take all 3 days off. But if tomorrow or something like that, to be honest with you, it's not even something I feel like I can plan ahead. It's kind of like I feel like I have to, when I wake up, I'll do it. The funny thing is, I'm not just like this with filming videos. I'm like this with like anything in my life. I'm kind of like, I've always been like to the extreme stuff, you know, like when I worked in treatment, I would never call in sick because I felt like unless I was really, really sick, there was no reason why I couldn't be there. I think I probably get that from my dad a little bit. I remember when I was growing up, I called in sick a lot to school when I was growing up, partly because I just didn't want to be there. My mom would call me in. My dad would say, who do you think I call into when I'm sick? That was always kind of his attitude, right? So when I worked in treatment, you know, when other people would take off, that meant that our work was twice as hard because we had to like scramble to run groups or clinical meetings and things like that. So I never wanted to take a day off because I knew somebody else was going to have to assume my duties as well as do theirs. So what I would do is I would go into work, groups were in the morning, So I would like go into my my supervisor and I'd say, after I get done with group and I chart group and things like that, do you care if I leave? I'm not feeling great. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So I would go in and I would go like to the clinical meeting in the morning, and then I would run group, chart group, and then I would leave like 11:30 or 12. That way nobody like had to carry my duties. When I left working in treatment, I left with maxed out sick time. I think I had like 6 to 8 weeks of sick time that I had maxed out. I also was saving it because I didn't know, like, if anything, you know, whatever happened where I would have to be gone for a long period of time. You know, I had people that I knew that had surgeries and things like that that had to be out 2 to 4 weeks at a time that didn't have sick time. So I just always, like, had it maxed out. Like, I couldn't get any more sick time. I had enough. Like, this was, towards the end, they started switching to PRN time, which then it was like you could use your hours for anything, sick time or vacation time or, you know, day off or whatever. But I still got to keep, like, the people that had been there for a long time, what is that called, like grandfather clause in or whatever. I got to, like, I don't know if that's the word they use today, I have no clue. But anyway, I got to keep my sick time, and then we started building PRN time on top of that. So when I left, it was just like, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks I was maxed out at. I had like 6 or 8 weeks that I just never used, that just, you know, that I'd earned, that just, I didn't get paid for that or anything. So, you know, my vacation time and stuff I got paid for, but when I resigned, I just had all that time that I just lost, which, I mean, I don't care about. I don't feel bad about that, but I've always been like that. I feel like if I can get up and there's things I can do to be productive, why not be productive? Like, I'm wasting a day by not doing that. So it's hard for me. Does anybody else feel like this? Like, I feel like there's so many people in the vlog recently that are like, take a day off, which I really appreciate. But is there anybody else out there that just, like, has a hard time just doing nothing for a day? Like, I have such a hard time, you know? Like, even, like, I'll talk to Mel, like, on one of her days off, and I'll be like, what did you do today? She's like, I'm so thankful I have the day off. And she'll be like, well, I cleaned the house for, like, the first 4 hours. And I'm like, see, like, I'm the same way. Like, I can't just... I have to, like, every day make the bed, do laundry, clean the kitchen, do all this kind of stuff before I can relax, you know? And then she'll be like, and now I'm watching shows and I'm crocheting and stuff like that. I feel like most of my friends are like that, you know? Even, like, if Tanya doesn't, like, she'll go into the kennel a couple times a day, but even if she's not, like, working, she'll, like, clean the kitchen, make a full meal for her and Eric or Nick if he stops by or something like that, her son. Or, you know, she'll go and run errands. Or, I mean, she's like me, she just can't, you know, sit and do nothing. It's hard for me. I don't know. But I also feel like I've got to, I don't know why I feel this way. Because I think a lot of people will probably say, well, if it's not a problem and it doesn't bother you, then just keep on doing it. Which is true. But I also feel kind of like I need to learn to just not push myself so hard and just take a day, you know? I do notice also that, like, when I take a day off, my videos and that I filmed, like, the last couple days, like, their views kind of go up on that day, which means I think people catch up. Because I think most people can't watch 5 to 7 videos in a day, right? So, like, they save them. Or, you know, I get a lot of people that will say, like, I catch up on all your vlogs or all your drama videos on, like, a Saturday or a Sunday and stuff. But one of the reasons why I didn't want to take a weekend off was because so many people said that they watch videos on the weekends more. So when they said that, I was like, well, I don't want to take a weekend off. But then by Monday, when Alex goes back to work, I think, well, I'm just sitting here, so, I mean, this is what I do, so I might as well do it, you know? Anyway, it's stupid, right? So yesterday, so I don't know what day I'll take off. I might take off tomorrow, it just depends. This is what I was going to say. I won't know till the day I wake up, or when I wake up for that day, because if I wake up tomorrow and I'm just kind of like, okay, I think I'm just going to take the day off. Like, I almost, like, the last time I did it and didn't film anything, like yesterday I filmed that one video, was when I talked to my therapist. I had my therapy session. This was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or something. And I said something about not filming, and he said, I think it would be good for you to take a day off and not film. And I said, are you telling me therapeutically that I shouldn't film today? And I can't remember how he said it, but he was like, do you need me to therapeutically tell you not to take the day off and not film? And I said, that would be helpful. And he goes, okay, I'm therapeutically advising you that it would probably be good for you not to. I mean, there was nothing going on. I wasn't stressed or anything, but I don't think. I can't remember. But anyway, so he told me that. So then I was just like, you know, it's like, when I put out the I sometimes like I can't relax on a vacation until I'm, like, on the plane. Like, I still feel like there's stuff to be done. Pack, do this, do that, clean that. The house has to be cleaned before I can even leave on vacation. So I feel like on vacation, I can't really leave till I'm on the plane. Like, and there's like, I can't go back and clean the kitchen or something, you know, like, or forget one thing or whatever. So it was, you know, when I put up, like, in the Vloggerinos group or the community tab, like, I'm not going to vlog today, like, that's when I finally can kind of, like, relax a little bit. Because, like, it's out there. It's like, I'm not going to take that back and then be like, oh, no, I decided I was going to vlog. I think I have actually done that before. Said I wasn't going to vlog and then turned around and vlogged. So when I finally put that out, if you guys notice, I wait. Because I'm always like, well. And then I finally put it out. And then I'm kind of like, I can breathe. Like, okay, I said it, so I'm not going to do it. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to take any days off. Maybe I just need to, you know, film until I can't film anymore. I think it's hard, too, because it's like, I mean, I say this, and I think I say it so much that probably, I don't know if people, I don't know what people think, if they believe it or not, but, like, to get up and have your job be something that you absolutely love to do, number one. Number two, it's not like it's difficult or anything, you know what I mean? It's not like it's time consuming as far as like uploading the videos and things like that, but it's not difficult to sit here and talk or come up with ideas or review stuff. It's fun. Like, it's so fun to sit here and just talk to you guys, you know? So then I also feel like, I think it's partly why it irritates me a little bit. I feel like it's getting so dark, I'm gonna have to move over to that chair and turn on the light in a second, but I think it's partly why it irritates me so much when, like, a lot of, like, YouTubers or people that call themselves influencers, I think that word's kind of funny, but whatever, TikTokers and stuff, are like, my job is so hard, like, if you guys knew, like, I have to do all this. I'm like, anybody, whether you're an influencer, whether whatever, like, you're a writer and you get to write books and you're a movie star. I mean, to do something, I remember listening to somebody, it was some actress winning an award. I think it was Helena, I can't pronounce her name, Helena Bonham Carter, winning a BAFTA award, and she said, to show up to work every day and do something that you love to do with people that you love to do it with, she said, is the true reward. And then to make the kind of money we make on top of it. And she was like, I mean, this is like a dream world, you know? I think that's kind of why it irritates me a little bit when I hear people that have been handed this amazing career. Maybe it's because of, you know, like, my age and my friends working 2 and 3 jobs and, you know, me having to have, you know, rub dollars and nickels together in the past and things like that, you know, when you're 23 years old or you've grown up online and you've been handed this career. And I'm not saying that some people don't work hard, you know, if they're editing and things like that. But even then, even if like, okay, you go to school, you get your undergrad or your graduate degree, and then you're still doing something that you love, like, that is such a blessing in our society. When there are so many people that are working jobs that they do not want to go into every single day, stand on their feet for 15 hours, talking to people that are nasty to them, and, you know, to show up and do something that you love is like such a blessing. You know, you talk about gratitude. I mean, it's just amazing, right? So I think that's part of the reason why it's hard for me to take a day off too. It's like, I'm so blessed to do this. Why would I take a day off, you know, and act like, oh my God, my life's so stressed. Like, I mean, my life's not, you know, like, there are stressful things that happen to me in my life, you know. I think some of the things that go along with it I haven't loved, obviously, like the stalking and the harassing, and sometimes, like, the comments for me get to me, or the stalking and the harassing has been hard and whatever. But other than that, it's like the amount of positivity and love that comes with it, and people just, you know, I mean, every night my gratitude list, I'm always like, you know, thank you for all the people that watch my videos and are so kind and supportive of me. Like, that means so much to me. I don't think you guys have any idea, you know? So I think that's part of the reason why it's hard for me to take a day off from filming too, because I just feel like you're so blessed to do something that you absolutely love, you know? I feel like I'm so close to 30 minutes, but I can't, all my reading glasses are inside. I can't see, and I'm like, should I move over to the other chair? Or am I that close? Well, we'll wait till it stops, so I'll move over there. So yesterday was Cousin Fun Day. Caroline came to pick me up at 12:45, which was good because the night before I stayed up late and I watched shows. I don't even remember what I watched now. I think I watched Dragula. I'm loving this season of Dragula, by the way. And 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Oh yeah, and then I watched Below Deck Mediterranean. Got caught up on that. Yeah, that was what I watched. I watched a RuPaul's Drag Race, Below Deck Mediterranean, Dragula. Or no. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race while I was eating. Then I watched 2 episodes. Okay, I took this opportunity to move while I'm... Oh, Boo Radley just came. Well, you guys want to say hi to Boo Radley? Hi, Mr. Boo Radley, standing in the doorway. Boo, you want to say hi to everybody? He's being so cute. Took the opportunity of the break to move over here. Should I light a candle? Light a candle. Does this lighter work? Somebody said if you leave a candle out in the cold, the lighter out in the cold, it'll get... I know, I did that and it didn't work. I'll light this coconut honey candle. This candle smells so good. You know what? I'm just gonna light all the candles. Why not? This candle is almost gone. Look at that. Boo Radley has been running around today. He's been outside a million times. You've had a bunch of treats, haven't you? He's just looking at me, little guy. He's like, where's my dad? My dad's usually home by now. Well, your dad's got a late meeting tonight, so yeah, so Caroline picked me up yesterday about 12:45 because we were having brunch with our family friend that was best friends with her mom and dad and really good friends with my mom. Was actually in the room when my mom passed, or she and her husband were in the room when my mom passed away because they were like really close with my aunt and uncle, and my aunt wanted them there. Plus they were good friends with my mom's. We've known them ever. Well, it was funny because yesterday when we were talking at brunch, our friend that's a server at who went to Cafe Patashu, she said, now how long have you known them? And she said, well, she knew my Uncle Dave before my Uncle Dave and my Aunt Kathy were together. And then my aunt and uncle started dating. And then she met my mom through Kathy. And then my mom and dad were at that time dating. So she met my dad as well. And they were friends. And so she was like, I knew Caroline before when Caroline was, ever since she was born, and I've known Peter ever since he was born. And anyway, it was fun. We had a really nice brunch with her yesterday, and went to go back to her house, or went to her house first and picked her up. And her house is cute. I'd only seen it like the neighborhood and stuff, but I haven't been in her house. Their house is so adorable. It's like a new house they moved into, and they have like this huge kitchen that goes into this like little like den great room area, and they have like this puzzle table and everything. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so in love with this puzzle table because I love to do puzzles, but I'm like, where am I going to put a puzzle table in here? And then there's like a whole table with like one of those folding puzzle things. I was so jealous of it. But anyway, we had a really good brunch with her. It was really fun. I wasn't so hungry, and I also didn't want to be full because we were going to this thing last night. And so I didn't want to eat tons and be like really, really full and uncomfortable when I had to get dressed for this thing tomorrow night, or last night. So I ended up having a bowl of tomato soup, which I didn't even finish. I wasn't even that hungry, and a warmed up croissant with butter, and it was delicious. The Amazon Prime truck just went by. I thought it was for me, but it wasn't. So anyway, so yeah, so we had brunch for about an hour, hour and a half, and then we took her back to her house. And then Caroline and she went to Von Maur, I went to Macy's. She got a jacket because Caroline was going to this thing. So, okay, this thing that we were going to last night was, I don't even really know how to explain it. I don't even know that I understand it. So Restoration Hardware, the store, is buying these estates. They've only done it like a couple. If I say this, I've said it in a couple videos now. People will be like, there's 20 of them or something. Alex said there's only like a couple in the world. They just opened one in Italy. There's one in Chicago because people were talking about it last night. This girl that worked there, she was telling me that she's been to the one in Chicago and she loves it. I think it's on the water too. There's one in Chicago. I think there's one like in San Francisco, like in Sausalito or something like that. But they buy these estates and then they turn them into like Restoration Hardware galleries where they have like the entire house or most of the house is decorated by Restoration Hardware. So when you, it's like for interior, I'm assuming it's for interior decorators, designers, contractors, and things like that. I mean, they have so much, like from the flooring to the, and they didn't have much wallpaper, but like from the flooring to the windows to everything they do, the lighting is everything done by like Restoration Hardware. So like if you're an interior decorator, you can come in and see like how it's all laid out. It's like how, like they have whole rooms that are like bedrooms. They have fabric samples, tons of stuff. It's really cool. So it's not really a store. It's kind of like a decorator's show house kind of thing, except it's like a gallery. But they're also going to have a restaurant in this one with like a bar and stuff. And then it's also going to be an event place where you could have like your wedding, or you could have a party or something like that, or like a Christmas party or a holiday party or a wedding or a birthday party or something. I got wedding vibes from it. So the place that they bought was, there was this woman here in Indianapolis, and her name was Crystal DeHaan. And Crystal DeHaan and her husband started a timeshare company. I can never remember. I was just talking to Tony about this last night. I was like, what was the name of that timeshare company? Because everybody in Indianapolis knows this. I've had so many friends that used to work for this timeshare company back in the day when I used to go out to the gay bars. It's like 3 letters. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, they own the timeshare company. They got divorced. She got the majority of the money. She then became a philanthropist, and she opened this organization called the Crystal House, which interestingly enough, one of Alex's friends is like a bigwig at now, because she used to work for this, she used to be the director of this other volunteer thing, and so now she does this other thing. But anyway, something to do with the Crystal DeHaan organization or something. But anyway, so I actually met her a couple times. Saw her a couple times, met her once, because she did a lot of recovery stuff. So when I was like working in treatment and doing recovery stuff back in the day, I met her. And she was a huge philanthropist. She opened schools all over the world. I think she had schools like in Africa and schools like all over the country here and stuff like that. She did a lot to do with charter schools and stuff like that. And so yeah, she did tons of that kind of stuff. And so, huge philanthropist. Well, she had this estate that she built. Apparently, like, all her friends lived, there's a private lake, and all of her friends lived around this lake. She bought this, like, property and built these houses for her friends. I didn't see any of the friends' houses last night. I just saw her house. The road from the street where you turn off, it's, like, literally, like, I said, like, 20 or 30, but I think it's, like, 100-foot, like, cement fence. Not cement, but it's, like, I mean, it's this gorgeous fence, right? But you cannot see into the grounds. It's off the road. It's, like, if you live in Indianapolis, it's off of like Michigan and Cold Springs Road. So anyway, you turn in, and then it's like all these winding roads that go back with like these orchards. I mean, like 30-foot art statues, and you go all the way back to this house, and it comes up in this house. Well, this house, Caroline told me, so, okay, so, Alex and I were going, so I asked Caroline if she wanted to go. She brought a friend, and then Alex asked his friend if she wanted to go, and she brought a friend, so it was the 6 of us. And then we saw tons of people there that we used to know from going out. Jason and Melissa were going. Melissa didn't end up going because she and her friend were getting there late, and by the time they got there, they were so stuck in traffic, because it took us an hour and 15 minutes to get from the road to the house. And so by that point, Melissa texted me, and she was like, it's just not worth it. We're going to get there, and there's only going to be an hour left, because it was like from 7 to 10, although we left there about 10:30, and there were still a lot of people there. And part of the problem was that all the parking was valet, like the whole thing was valet parking, and there was probably like, I mean, I don't know, 1,000 people there. So the parking, the getting there, it was a lot. Caroline said that the house was like, this is the main house. There's pool houses, there's guest houses, there's all this kind of stuff, right? The main house was 41,600 square feet, 41,400 square feet, some 500 square feet, something like that. It was unbelievable. And she had a private lake. I mean, not a little lake, a huge lake. I showed it on my Instagram story last night. It was a massive lake. Gorgeous. The back patio reached the entire length of the house. I mean, step down. It was massive. It was huge. I was telling our friends, I was like, 41 of my houses could fit in this house. I mean, I just sat on there on the back patio and looked at this lake. They had all these, like, you know, heat lamps and fire pits and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God, I just sit out here and read every night. I just would love it and drink coffee, you know? It was unbelievable. And so when Alex, like, and I were planning on going to this, so our friend was the one that put it all together. And so I said, can you text them and see, text her and see, like, what the dress code is? Well, she said cocktail. And Alex was like, when he talked to Jason, he was like, I think it's going to be dressier than that. So Alex was like, I said I was going to wear jeans and a sport coat. And Alex is like, I don't think anybody's going to have jeans on with this thing. And I go, you don't think so? I thought it was like cocktail hour. It was going to be, you know, somewhat kind of casual or whatever. Not casual, but like, I was going to wear nice shoes with jeans and like a sport coat and a button-down collared shirt. He goes, I think it's going to be dressy. It was very dressy. It was like, I mean, evening gowns, men in tuxes, men in suits. It was very dressy. And it was kind of an older crowd, honestly. It was like a lot of people that are really well-known contractors, designers, decorators in Indianapolis and all around the Midwest. A lot of like really prominent people. It was, and then there were a lot of people that we knew from just like going out and stuff like that, you know, just like know everybody, that throws everybody. And so there was like 20 of us that we all hung out together all night long. It was fun. Caroline brought her friend. They had so much fun last night. They were like all over the house. Cause like you could go look through all the house and see like the rooms and the setup and everything like that. They had tons and tons of food, like appetizers, but all the food was like sushi, crab rolls. They had like these little, people kept on saying everything, all the food was fantastic. They had these little, sliders, but they were like pretzel rolls. They were real small. They were like that big. Pretzel rolls with like tenderloins inside of them. None of it was anything I could eat until the very end. Then they brought out these like cinnamon sugar donut roll holes or something. They were smaller than like a donut hole. And then like they had like a martini bar, they had like a wine bar, they had like an Irish coffee bar outside. I mean, it was very cool. Couldn't find Diet Coke to save my life. Didn't drink anything there. Till the very end, we were getting our car and we were standing outside in front of the house because we were waiting for valet to bring our car. And on a silver tray, they had like these Christmas paper cups of hot chocolate. I was like, oh my God, I'm totally in a cozy mystery. But it was fun. I wore my new shoes last night from Untamed Street. I bought a black sweater. I was like, okay, I want to wear something that is so like Peter Monn, but now that I've lost some weight, I can actually fit into something that Peter Monn would wear. So I wore a white, I put the pictures up on my Instagram so you guys can go see it. I wore a white button-down collared shirt, got it all yesterday, except for the shoes. And then I wore this like kind of tight-fitting black sweater. It's actually baggier than I thought it would be. Black sweater over it, like a crew neck. And then I put the white collar, I buttoned it all the way up and put the white collar out. And then I pulled the sleeves of the black sweater up to here. So the white collar, the white sleeves were sticking out. And then I wore like this really fun color of blue pants, and then I wore blue socks that matched the blue pants, and then I wore my Untamed Street shoes, my new leather shoes, and I thought it looked rather cute. And Alex looked really nice too. He wore a suit, I think with a t-shirt underneath it. Everybody looked so nice. Caroline looked so nice. She wore like leather pants and like this kind of like sheer black shirt on top of it, and her friend had like this velvet like dress pantsuit kind of thing on, and everybody was like looked really nice. It was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was I saw so many people that I hadn't seen in years, and people were so nice. This girl came up to me and she was like, oh my God, I watch all your videos. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she was like, I saw Cousin Caroline. I was like, Cousin Caroline's here, and you're gonna make her think she's a celebrity and she's a famous person. She was so nice. Some of my friends were like, I hadn't seen in like 10 years. They're like, oh my God, I watch all your videos. I'm like, I didn't think anybody even knew I made videos. So that was kind of fun. Saw so many people I hadn't seen in years and years and years, and it was just really nice catching up with people. And so yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. I'm really glad I went. Tanya, when I came home and I was talking to her, because I invited Tanya too, and she didn't want to go. She was like really tired. She had a lot of stuff going on. I was like, why don't you and Eric come? People are like, how did you guys get invited to this thing? So we knew the people that were throwing it. One of our really good friends did all of the reconstruction on the house, and like his company, and another one of our friends, she was the one that Restoration Hardware worked with to throw the party and do the invites. And so they basically were like, invite whoever you want to us. And so, which was really, really nice. And so I asked Tanya if she wanted to go. I said, you know, you will love it. And she was like, no, I'm like really, really tired. I think she was really tired this week. And so anyway, but, so she didn't go, but she was like, oh my God, you're being so social. You went out to brunch today with your family friend, and then you went to this event tonight. I was like, yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I showed up. But I will say this, like, last night when I got home, so I talked to her, and then, like, I put my pajamas on, I made a cup of coffee, and I talked to her. Speaking of coffee, let me have a sip. And then I watched RuPaul's Drag Race and ate my dips, and then, I mean, I was out. I was so exhausted. That's why I was like, just go to bed now. But yeah, we had such a good time. It was a very romantic setting. It was really nice to be there with like Alex and to be all dressed up and, you know, look nice and handsome and stuff. We had such a good time. So we've planned a couple trips coming up, so we're real excited about that. We're like finishing up the tail end of one of our trips. But other than that, we've got a couple trips planned, which are really exciting. And he is planning his birthday trip, which is no longer Bali. He's got it pinned down between a couple things. He's thinking he really wants to do Tomorrowland, the music festival in Belgium. So, which in all honesty, like I've always wanted to go to Belgium, but also, and I would love to go to Tomorrowland. But I'm also thinking, like, I can do that flight, like 24 hours in a plane over the ocean. I don't know. But Belgium, I can do that. So, and then he was like, and you and I can just go. I think part of it is that he wants it to be kind of a friend trip, like a lot of friends go, and he knows a lot of his friends will probably go to a music festival in Belgium, but not a lot will take off 2 weeks to go to Fiji or Bora Bora, I guess. And so he was like, I think that would be a trip that would be more fun for us to go on, just the two of us. And I was like, yeah, I agree. So yeah, so. But we haven't planned that trip yet. Well, he's planning that trip. That's his birthday trip. So, Ultra Music Festival, we're scheduling that. Got that stuff narrowed down and some other stuff. So, yeah, it'll be fun. 2024 is going to be a good year. 2024 is going to be a good year for everybody, don't you think? Holiday season's coming up. I can't believe it has not gotten cold yet. We're like the week before Thanksgiving. I mean, usually it's pretty cold. I can't believe we haven't had any snow or anything. I actually looked on the weather last night. I think the first thing of snow, I looked like through the next 10 days. It'll show you like 10 days on the Weather Channel, which by the way is one of the slowest. The Weather Channel and Goodreads are the two slowest apps for loading in the entire world. So the next chance of snow is like, I was like the 10th day or something. It was like, or 2 days from the 10th day, 8 days away. Yeah, that would be 8 days, wouldn't it? It's like after Thanksgiving. It's like, I can't believe, and it's like snow showers in the morning for like a little bit, not even a lot. It's not even that cold. I'm like, I can't believe it hasn't gotten that cold yet. They're saying we're supposed to have a really cold and a really wet winter, but then other people are saying it's supposed to be really mild, so I don't know. A lot of older people in Indiana read the Farmer's Almanac, and that's what's supposed to tell you about the weather, but I don't know that I think the Farmer's Almanac is really, they say it's 100% accurate, they swear by it, but I don't know that I think that's true. Because, you know, it'll say, like, in Indianapolis, weather is so weird, Indiana weather is so weird, it'll say, like, 65 and sunny tomorrow, and then you'll wake up and there'll be a foot of snow on the ground, and it'll say, like, 30 degrees, and it's like, well, where did this come from, you know? So you never know. You never know. But yeah, tonight I'm going to listen to a little bit of my audiobook. Actually, when I get done with this, which is going to be here in a minute or so, I'm going to start rendering this and get this up, get my other videos up, and then figure out what I want to order for food for tonight. And then I think I'm going to, listen to a little bit of my audiobook, Kitty Genevieve's, and then I'm going to watch Survivor. And I'm going to watch, tonight The Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise is on, isn't it? Oh God, I've got 4 long shows. Those are long shows. Survivor's like an hour and a half, but I think without ads it's like an hour. What do I watch it on? Paramount, or I think I watch it on Paramount. So I got Survivor, I got Amazing Race, Golden Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, Welcome to Plathville. I've got those 5 to watch. And then I need to start watching 1,000 Pound Sister so I can get that caught up on that by the time it starts December 12th. So that's gonna be my night tonight. Oh, and Andy reached out to me and told, was it, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Andy, and said that Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, which was a book by Benjamin Alire Sainz, a young adult book. It was fantastic, fantastic. And I love all of his work. His book, Last Night I Sang to the Monster, is probably one of my favorite books about addiction ever. But it's not a young adult book, but it's one of my favorite books ever. His writing is beautiful. They turned it into a movie, and I think it was Andy that reached out to me and said that it is available, like, to rent on iTunes. So I want to do that. And there's a couple other movies that I want to watch as well. So I still haven't watched that Haunting in Venice. Alex and I might watch that this weekend. I've gotten so many people telling me to watch. I think you can rent it. I think it's out now to rent. Sound of Freedom. But then I have other people that are like, no, it's propaganda. Don't watch it. I don't know. I mean, I can watch propaganda with an open mind. I mean, I'm not that clueless, but I've heard like really different reviews about it. So many people have told me to watch it, and so many people have told me not to watch it. So it's like these polarizing views. I don't know what to think. But I also want to. I'm considering watching that. I want to watch Haunting in Venice, and I also want to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. So those are some of the movies out there that I want to watch. Yeah, I think that's it. It smells good out here. Oh, it's candles. Anyway, all right, you guys, listen, I'm going to do a real short outro tonight and get off here. Missed you guys yesterday. Might take the day off tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know, one of those days maybe. I love you guys so much, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. But see you in my next vlog. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you then. Bye. Love ya.